I want to welcome you back to another episode of Montego. And just before we begin, I just want to remind you to like, share, subscribe, and tell someone about my videos. Um, we won't always agree on the same points, but it doesn't mean you can't subscribe to my videos, because there's always something. I promise you, most things that we will always agree on. All right. So to start, I want to ask the big question: why is it that Jamaican parents are still a little skittish, a little reluctant to actually put their kids in trade skills in schools? All right. Why Jamaican parents are still a little hesitant, not very gravitating towards putting our children in skill training? Um, as far back as we can think in history, in all the great civilizations of the world, whether it's Mesopotamia, the civilization of Egypt, of India, of China, of the Romans, the middle class of those countries have always been built on trade skills. Always been built on trade skills. Many of them were referred to as, artisans. Um, so, why aren't we gravitating more towards those? In our modern times now, every large industrial country, has as its middle class trade skilled men. All right, whether it's masonry, carpentry, plumbing, electrical installation, welding, whether it's culinary, um, clothing manufacturing, machinery, all these different skills are what actually makes up the middle class. Why then aren't we taking more advantage of these? I'll tell you a couple of facts about trade skills. In many countries, trade skills will pay more than actually professional jobs. And when I say professional jobs, let's understand what that is. A professional job is a job where people are highly trained and highly skilled, like an attorney or an accountant or a doctor, or any one of those. Those are generally professional jobs, are what we call white collar jobs. But tradesmen, in most cases, makes more money than these jobs actually. So why then aren't we, taking more advantage of that? The trades pay more in many cases than professional jobs. They're the easiest way to actually start a business. You don't need to be searching around for labor, because you have that skill. So it's easy to start business, and it's the fastest way, in my view, to actually pull yourself and your family out of poverty. The one thing we must be mindful of, though, my suggestion is always learn these trades in school. If you graduate high school or dropped out of high school, and now you don't have a skill or profession, my thing is, there's always in Jamaica, there's always an option. I'm going to tell you about, have you ever heard about Heart Trusts or the Heart Academies? In Jamaica, 6 regions across the country, Jamaica has over a little over 100 different locations stretched across every parish in Jamaica. And listen to this, the best part. There is free training for every single person up to an associate degree level. Did you hear me? All these there's so many different courses you can actually study for free. And if they offer it up to an associate degree level, it's free to every single Jamaican, young people or old people. You can learn masonry, you can learn carpentry, you can learn plumbing, You can learn electrical installation. You can learn mechanics. You can learn automotive technology. You can learn, dressmaking. You can learn fashion designing. They're not the same thing, by the way. Dressmaking and fashion designing, they're similar, but not always the same. You can learn culinary skills. You can learn to be a chef. You can learn to be a cook. You can learn to be a baker. You can learn hotel and restaurant management or different functions there. You could learn the allied trades like a nursing assistant or different stuff along that line. There's so many things you can actually learn. So many different things. There is no reason why any Jamaican should be leaning up against wall, crushing out weed in their hand middle, talking about why nothing nah go on for me, Prime Minister nah say nothing, Jamaica nah go on with nothing, government nah go on with nothing, as if the government is actually supposed to buy baby milk for your kids. You see, that's your responsibility, and here are opportunities for you to do that. So I want to say to you, the best way, the more sure or certain way to get yourself educated and make a decent career for yourself, a decent living, get yourselves out of poverty in Jamaica is actually to learn a trade. Learn a trade. And I say learn it in school because you want to learn all the other academic stuff that they'll give to you, so you will be a well-rounded person, so you're not a cobbler. Because Jamaicans understand tradespeople. I think this is where the hesitation for a lot of parents are with putting their kids into trades, is because they're accustomed to seeing cobblers around. People learn trade from someone who perhaps didn't even learn it formally in school, so they're learning little what they call hip-shotted way of doing things. All right, so get yourself educated and trained as a tradesperson, and that will be your best opportunity, the best chance, the most viable way, in my opinion, of getting you and your family out of poverty. Getting a career that you can self-actualize and feel good about, because not everyone needs to be a lawyer or a doctor or an accountant or any of those other professional, like MBA or so forth, right? My father always wanted me to be an accountant, and so I went to college, became an accountant. My mother would much more prefer to have seen me become a lawyer or a teacher, and so I went to law school. All right. Was I happy with any of those careers? No. So now I'm busy doing something else. So if I had a chance, and I believe this, I seriously believe this, and you might be saying, oh, he's only saying that, but I seriously believe this. If I had a chance to do this over, I'd probably become a carpenter. I would probably become a carpenter, because I see carpentry, and I'm not disparaging any of the other trades. I'm just saying I see carpentry as one of the trades with the most promise for success. The quickest way. Carpentry has so many aspects to it, but I don't want to harp on that because I want you to learn all the trades you can. All right, all the trades available to you. But carpentry for me is something special, and it has nothing to do with the fact that I grew up Christian. Christ was a carpenter. It's nothing to do with that. But I just like carpentry because there's something about it that feels very viable to me. But not to worry, learn all the trades you can, because those things, I promise you, are the fastest way to get yourself out of poverty. Take a look in all the industrial countries around the world. Take a look at all of them, and you will see that it is the tradesmen, the unionized tradesmen and all of those, they are the ones that formulate the middle class in those countries. Take a look at what I'm saying. And parents, make sure we are not pushing our kids into things simply because we are trying to live vicariously through our kids. All right, make sure we are giving our kids the best opportunity that will allow them to earn a decent living, take care of their family, and perhaps take care of you when you grow old. Thanks for watching Bob Montego, and if you have not yet done so, please like, share, subscribe, and tell someone about my videos. Thank you again for watching.